The men in this 1993 photo are widely considered to be two of the greatest rappers to have ever lived. The one on the left is 20-year-old up-and-coming rapper named Christopher George Wallace, a young street hustler who's starting to create a buzz in the hip-hop world for his unique style while seeking guidance from the man on the right.
But I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world.
Tupac Amaru Shakur is a prominent name in the hip-hop community following the release of his successful debut album. Recent movie roles and a number of controversial run-ins with the law has helped to create an air of notoriety and love from the streets. Now, it's believed the man behind the camera is a 36-year-old movie director who is very well known for documenting iconic black stories. If you zoom out of the original image, you'll notice something else. Who's the guy in the corner?
The new 1993 has arrived.
In January of 1993, a young Will Smith took part in Bill Clinton's inauguration to become the 42nd President of the United States. A far cry from the memory of hip-hop being denigrated as a negative art form, it now stood firmly on the steps of the American Capitol building for the world to see. Some 225 miles northeast of Washington, D.C., 24-year-old prodigy of the music industry has just been fired as A&R of New York label Uptown Records. Now in the process of forming his new imprint, one of the two artists on his roster is a little-known rapper who has taken the name of Calvin Lockhart's character in the 1975 film Let's Do It Again.
Thank you, Mr. Smalls. Call me Biggie.
Biggie Smalls, or the Notorious B.I.G. as he was also known, is a Brooklyn native who was gaining popularity for his distinctive laid-back lyrical delivery, telling grim stories of hardship and criminality on the streets of New York. After his demo tape, Microphone Murder, was discovered and promoted by local DJ Mr. C, popular magazine publication The Source featured it in its unsigned hype section, leading the young MC to the doors of Wonder Kid, Sean Puff Daddy Combs, and the newly formed Bad Boy Records. The buzz around this record traveled some 2,000 miles out west and caught the ears of a man who had one foot firmly planted in the bright lights of the movie world and another in the dark realities of the music industry.
That's where we at.
Tupac Shakur was already an established actor and rapper, now with two successful albums. Success on the big screen came in the form of his breakthrough performance as the character Bishop in the 1992 movie Juice and his 1993 movie Poetic Justice. It's reported that Tupac had Biggie's Party and Bullshit on constant loop between takes whilst on this movie set, leading to a mutual party connecting the two together, eventually leading to the day this photo was taken. We believe this may have been taken on the 23rd of July, 1993 in New York City. How do we know this? Well, that brings us back to the mystery man in the bottom right corner. The mystery man is a young Marlon Wayans of the Wayans dynasty and star of films like Don't Be a Menace, Scary Movie and White Chicks. The reason why Marlon Wayans is an important clue to help narrow down the location and date that this picture was taken is in July of 1993, he was filming a movie in New York called Above the Rim, starring alongside, you guessed it, Tupac.
What up? You ready, nigga? Yeah. You ready for that raw dog shit, nigga? Okay, all right.
It's believed the voice you hear responding to Biggie is that of 36-year-old movie director Spike Lee.
Okay, all right.
There has been no official confirmation of this, but this claim was given further credence when Tupac name-checks him as the man behind the camera.
Homies out here like Spike Lee, they got the camera on the nigga, guess they like me.
The biggest clue, however, comes in the form of a series of other photos taken at the Palladium Theatre in New York. On the 23rd of July 1993, Tupac was pictured wearing the same leather Gillette, standing alongside the elite of East Coast hip-hop. Redman, Nas, Lil C, Puff Daddy and of course Biggie Smalls all took the stage with Tupac for a show that presently is unimaginable. But mainly because of the war that would erupt between these two young men. For me, What makes this photo so important is that it shows two young men who through determination and self-belief are on a journey of ascension from a world they know only too well. Most importantly, it also captured a moment in time when the two sat down and had a conversation. Unfortunately, the power of a conversation was missing a year later.
Rap star Tupac Shakur died last night after a brief life in a rough business. He was 25.
Los Angeles police are investigating the shooting death of rapper Notorious B.I.G, also known as Biggie Smalls.